All right. Good afternoon, traders. Where is everybody? Steven? It's you and me. Jim's here, but his audio's not on yet, I don't think. Yeah, it is Friday. Everyone kind of like wraps like I don't know. Like I said, I love Friday. It's a great session. We'll give it a minute or two here. Stephen D, how's the weather? Now you're traveling, I thought. I wasn't even thinking I would see you. I thought you were traveling for this weekend. Leaving tonight. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Kyle, good to see you. Uh oh, we lost the other guy. Jim was here. He was new, but his audio wouldn't connect. I don't know what happened there. Well, let's give it just another minute, and then we'll get cracking, man. If we find a trade, we're gonna put it on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Took some BAC profit. I took some as well, but I'm leaving some. Are you Are you holding? I still think there could be some movement there. Tesla took off out of the pullback. Yeah. Yeah. Some things are working. Some things are still kind of stalled. We'll see. Officially, good afternoon. Welcome out, everyone, to the Options Income Launchpad Weekly Market Wrap. I'm Scott. Always a little slow getting started, and then we get some folks trickling in, and then by the end, we'll have a good crew, but a strong, small but strong group to start with. As always, what we do is for education, illustrative purposes only. Nothing's intended as a recommendation to buy or sell any security financial product. We're not brokers or advisors, and therefore we don't give personalized investment advice. Any decisions you make based on information you see here should be done so at your own risk. Yada, yada, yada. Today's agenda. Market analysis. What's our posture going to finish up? I agree. Steven says it's going to have positive changes. I agree. I think even not a full point, but maybe like I think 3/4 if I had to guess, but we'll go through it. We'll talk about it. MU is extremely overbought, but looking strong. Yeah. Um, Mindset for trades: take some, keep some, keep some. We'll see what it looks like, what to look for next week. Next week is going to be employment data. We'll look at the list, but typically we're going to have job openings on Tuesday, ADP Wednesday, jobless claims Thursday, non-farm payrolls, and unemployment on Friday. Okay. And we're finishing up section 5. Don't forget that. If you are, and you should be, working on your trading plans, That work should be done. Um, and ready to move on to section 6. As we move to section 6, we are now moving to uh, record keeping and analytics. Record keeping and analytics are the two that we're going to be looking at next. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, let's go to the market itself. SPY. Now, yesterday we had volume, and today we don't. Good volume yesterday. We got the buy. Today we had a little bit of a blow off. Opened, gapped up a little, rallied up, and then it comes back down. Oh, I definitely don't want to have a what would this be? Evening star. There's not much of a lower shadow. As expected. Yeah, I wouldn't think we'd have too much. Just the one day is all we really need for the volume. Um so okay. Okay. All right. Let's go look at our VIX, which should be, and you can see we got a little bit more, but not much. But we are lower. This one has already done what it needs to do in order for me to raise my score a quarter of a point. At this point, that is a done deal. This is happening. Plus 0.25 here. Why? Because we broke this low. Because we broke that low. That's the big thing there. Okay. Plus 0.25 on the VIX. What about on the short term? I forgot to say what my score would be. Plus 0.25 here, new high. Plus 0.25. Now you'll notice we got very close. But even if it gets all the way to the top of this line, it's still not enough. It would have to break that line for us to be like, okay, you know what? Now we need to raise the score because it's showing a little bit more conviction at that point. But I mean, I'm already at a half a point. Not so 0.25 on the short term. Nothing on the long term. 0.25 on the volume with this happening here. But that's a stay, not a new score. That's a stay score, right? It's going to stay the same score. Okay. Okay, so Steven said he's about to switch over. 0.25 for the VIX, 0.25 for major market, 0.25 for short term. Oh, well, it stays the same. That's fair. I've got volume staying the same. Yeah, no, I think that actually makes a lot of sense. 0.75. 0.75 it is. Okay. All right. Well, let's go through the list. Then we'll look at some other things. Let me get this back out to 6 months. Apple. Apple had a gap up. Apple had a gap up and made new highs, but couldn't hold on to all of it. It was up at one point about 5%, and now it's holding on to about 3.5% of it. Okay. Okay. ADM, no, overextended, has earnings tomorrow, essentially. No, 5-5. What is that? Can't be tomorrow, obviously. Tuesday. AMAT. I'll tell you, yesterday I was saying to myself, hey, some people who stayed in this might have a little extra luck here, but today uh less so. AMKR, that's actually chopping around, but it's close. I would actually say one more day. Glenn likes to wait for it to get above here. I'm okay. Yeah, maybe I'd wait for that too. The stochastics is pinched, but it hasn't turned. That's a maybe for early next week. Amazon, no, still waiting. APH. APH was interesting. It gapped up on earnings, sold off, gapped up, sold off, and now it's sitting right back at this level. I'm not sure what to make of that one yet. ASX. Ooh, I got to tell you, I was thinking about this one yesterday. I'm still kind of thinking about it today. This would be a continuation trade. I could put my stop down here around 30. It's about a buck 50 of loss. Do I think it can get to 36? That's here. And I kind of do, actually. I kind of do. ASX, that was a stock trade, wasn't it? What did we do on ASX? I want to say that we ended up doing stock because the spreads. I'm gonna go look at the spreads right now. June. Actually, I'd probably buy the one. What is that? June 35 Stripe. They are pretty expensive. We'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one. AXP, no. Baba close. Still time. If this was up here at the high of the day, I'd be taking it. As it stands, waiting a little bit. Here you can see we sort of got to this and pulled back a little. There was a little gain. I did the same thing. Steven took a little off the table. Still has prospects. I'm still thinking it's got some, but taking a little off. BCS, no. City, I still think City has something developing there. Caterpillar, is a no. 'Caterpillar 'is 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 a no. 'Caterpillar Okay, let's see. CF. No, CIEN. Well, it looked all right yesterday, but it was so big. I don't like big entries. Coherent. Yeah. So I liked Coherent a lot. I just didn't feel like there was enough time before earnings. I was close to putting an order in here just to see if I could get picked up at this halfway point, and it would have, but I just was like, it was only a couple of days plus a weekend. Cisco, Cisco's nice. Delta, no. Dow Chemical, trying to see what we like. So far it's ASX. General Motors pulling back. Google. Yeah, Google was real strong out of earnings. A small pullback ought to lead to something there, I would think. Goldman Sachs, a little overextended. Sorry, not overextended. What? I lost my train of thought. Goldman actually with ASX is a maybe. Pulled back, stable, turn, stochastics. Very expensive stock though. Intel overextended, IWM turning, Lumentum earnings. LRCX actually looks okay. MasterCard, no. Meta, no. Gap down, still down. Monster sideways. Marvell, still pretty strong. Morgan, sideways. Microsoft. So far, it does look pretty strong, Kyle. I see what you're talking about. Netflix, no. Nvidia could be setting up for the next move if it's still bullish. Palantir earnings are on Monday. Aftermarket. Q's still bullish. Rocket Lab, ooh, immediate reversal. Ross Stores still okay. RTX, no. Silver's trying. SanDisk had earnings. It gapped down, then rallied up. Ended up holding up pretty well. STX did well. Tesla bouncing out of this. I agree. That was actually a good signal yesterday for it. I don't trade Tesla. That's why I didn't. TSM looks close. I would say that could be one on Monday. Definitely. Why don't I trade Tesla? It's a funny thing, but I've had just where I've had like I've had a number of probably 3 or 4 in a row that when I traded just like had weird news that came out and busted my trade. And I'm just like, you know what? Some stocks are just not made for everybody. Yeah. I had one Sprint. I don't even think Sprint's around anymore. Somebody bought Sprint, didn't they? Sprint doesn't exist. S used to be Sprint. Now it's Sentinel One. But yeah, I could never trade Sprint well, and I took it off my list. So nothing. It's a funny thing because actually I've had times where I've just read it perfectly, And if I would have traded it, would have done great. And I just don't. And I tell people, yeah, if I have a good read, take it because I don't have skin in the game on that one. I don't know. It's pretty funny. Good question. Where was I? TSM. UPS. UPS had a pretty strong recovery. Interestingly. Let's keep looking. And then we'll go back to ASX. That's the one that I think is standing out. Viking, no. VIX, no. Oh, looks good. The VIX is actually looking pretty good. Okay. VOD. If anyone happened to stay in that one with me, I said I'm going to give it, because it's a stock trade, I'm going to give it a little bit more, let it try to hiccup again. And it certainly did. And today it got a great volume spike, uh, closing at or near the high. Um, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Now my target's up near 17 at this point, but hey, now that it's moving, we could get something going. Overbought. I mean, it's barely poking its head in. Oh, you're talking about stocks. I was like, I don't know. I think it's got room. Let's go look at that. Yeah, semiconductors. That makes sense. I mean, honestly, though, I actually feel like if you were kind of keying in here on this action as it was trying to turn, I think you could have taken it. I think now it's a little later. But even now, I'd be like, well, I could switch it to a Heiken Ashi and yes to BOD. Steven, you're still in that one, Stu, as well. Nice. Nice. I was hoping a few people stayed in that one with me. Okay. Viking looks pretty good actually. Time before earnings. I actually would maybe think about that one. WDC is a no. Walmart. Yeah, let's go play with ASX. Whew, it must be good weather. Everybody's out doing something fun and not hanging out with us. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know. Hmm. Okay. ASX. What's the thought here? Let me get this ready. And this is ASX on 5. Oh, I can't believe it's May. Can you guys believe that? May? Okay, let's see. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, and this. Okay, ASX bullish entry range. Nope. I'm gonna say 31.50 to 31.95. My stop range was going to be just below here. We'll call that 30.05, as low as, I mean, you could go below this 29.40. That's pretty low, but some people like stops lower than I do. Primary target. Oh, I think I'm going to take this move back here. And you can see how that fit in here, but kept going. Let's go like this and see if 36, and last time it smashed through our target. So I might even go a little extra. It gave us an extra 2 points. So maybe I even take this thing preemptively. A little further. I'm going to call it 37. Okay. ASX 37 on one side. Stop loss at 30.05 on the other side. And if I just did 100 shares, you can see I'm very close to my 3-1. Let's see how close I am. I think I'm right exactly at it, actually. $531 gain over 164 loss. 3.23 to 1. Okay. That is in the range. It's a 37 target. Take profit, maybe 35 makes sense. Time and trade, I'm going to say 10 to 12 days. Again, a little bit longer. Reward to risk, 3.23 to 1. Volatility index is high. Where is it? Yeah, we're up here. So I was actually like, can we do a June? You can see there's decent open interest. It's not terrible in here. What if I did this? Now, today's May 1st. We need to give it at least a week. And you can see I'm actually holding up. Let's even go. What if we even went a little further? What if we went to here? No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna give it 1 week. If in 1 week we know, we're looking at around $2,400 gain with $718. That's 3.34. I'm gonna say high, but okay. Who Steven? Oh, he's on. He's not on. He's driving. He can't text right now. What did we do on this one last time? I gotta go into my alerts. Are you eating? Have fun, be safe. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. What did we do last time on this trade? What did we do? Sorry, guys. I have to go into alerts. MAT, VOD, Dell, UPS, ASX. Yeah, we bought the stock. The spreads were too wide, but I actually feel like I'm okay with this spread and that it would hold. So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say, what just happened here? ASX. Uh, I was like, what just happened? ASX volatility index is high, but okay. I'll put that down here. Vol assessment expensive, but okay to buy. Preferred strategy, long calls. Expiration month. June 18 June 26. Okay. Sorry, where was I? All right, let's get this thing out. Okay. Okay. What did we say we were doing here? 18 June 26, sample trade. We are looking at the 35 calls for $1.65. 35 strike. 165, and the risk per contract would be, I think, about $75. Okay. 75. Oh, $75 right there. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I need to pull something up. Talk to me. What are you thinking? What do you think, group? I know it's a small group. What do you think? Would you take it before the weekend? I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put it out. And it's there if anyone wants to try to take it. Give me a second here. Where? No, sorry. Let's move this out of the way. I know we have a small group today, so give me your thoughts. Tell me if there was something I'm missing that you think we need to be looking at, etc., etc. I'm going to log in here, put this here. Oh, AMAT. Wait a second. What just happened? Oh, I'm on the wrong. Ah, yeah, I see what I did. Okay, I'll fix that later. Yes, that's what I want there. And then here. let's put this out. Let's get it to the group. Oh 05, 01, 26 ASX. Making this one a call. That would have been really bad, Kyle. And you know what? I've done that before where people are like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, oh shit, something. That's funny. Yeah. I want to. Okay. I'm going to get this posted and then emailed. This is going to take me a couple minutes, you guys. So I apologize in advance that there's no better way that this gets done. But it is what it is. Let's see here. I'm going to put this in the channel first. Feel free to ask questions as we're still going through here. Oh, something's frozen. Let me see what's happening here. Okay. Let's go to trade alerts. New post. 0501 26. New trade alert for ASX. I guess I actually do it this way usually. 0501 26. And I mean, honestly, I feel like we're having a good day. We have an alert that looks pretty good. We have a market that looks good. It's going to improve. That's going to improve by at least a quarter of a point. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that. What do you guys think? Oh, where's my chat? I don't want to lose chat. VOD. Vladimir, I hope you're still in that one. I'm staying with it. I think it's still got moves to make for us. So yeah, I think that one looks good. I'm not even going to take a piece off of that one yet. For me personally. Okay, let's get a trade alert going here. And I'm going to make this happen. Okay. Bear with me just a moment. And we're going to put alert in for ASX 05 01 26. Rid of this, insert this. You should see the email coming soon. Okay. I'm gonna open it for questions. I mean, we don't have much more. We went through our whole watch list. We went through the market. We put together a trade that's going to go out. That'll be ready for either today or first thing on Monday. But give me symbols. Anything that we missed that you still want to cover, and we'll go through it. This is going to go now. Oops. Okay, your email should come, and then we'll get the text. Copy, replicate. Okay. And is everyone here on the texts out of curiosity? I'm not even sure who's getting the texts or not. But yes, good. Good, good. And let's get this text off. Yeah, they can take me a little minute to get these things going, just so everyone knows. It's not easy to get these out. Posted, emailed, texted. There's not an easy process. Not that I'm complaining. New trade alert for ASX 05 01 26. All right, and that's the last piece. That's the last piece. And now we can finish with any questions. Does anybody have any questions that they want to go through? Let me know. Okay. That made it out. Good, good. Any specific trades? Let me know. This is off and sent. This is posted. Let's go look at the economic calendar. Okay. Well, that went across. And we now have a few positions on. We have a market posture improving. Ready for the weekend. Let me know. Did we miss anything? I know we have a small group today. So Kyle, Vladimir, anything we missed? Jim, glad to have you join us. Any trades you're in that you want to take a quick peek at before we wrap it up? Otherwise, we may just give you 10 minutes back, call it for the weekend, and then we'll move on. RTX. We have that on our list, RTX. I was a little iffy on it. Let me see here. I'm actually going to put this on paper account here. Okay, RTX. Let's see. Oh, I lost my chart. There it is. I see what you mean as far as it looks like it could turn up. What I don't love is that it's all the way back down at a new low. So I found that a little bit concerning. Keep an eye on that. Let's see. And XOM. Yeah, that one's got earnings today before market, had $1.06 expected, made 209. They crushed it, but there's just really nothing nothing there showing any follow through. I don't know. Oil's an interesting one right now, for sure. All right. Well, it's good to see everybody. I hope we start getting some numbers to these Friday afternoons because they're my favorites. But those of you who came, glad to have you. I hope you enjoy your weekend, rest of your Friday. I'll see you Sunday morning at the usual time. As always, happy trading.